Nettspend. We're in FL Studio now, as you can see. BPM is at 163. I'd go anywhere from like 160 to 175. First, we got a Xenology pattern, and the preset is called Really Cool. It is in the Make Trap Great Again Xenology bank. Very simple progression. The top notes stay the same the whole way through. Go from F sharp 4 times up to A sharp down to G sharp, and then this middle note is just A sharp down to G sharp again. Next up, we got a one shot from one of OK's kits. Why not use the one shots of the producer that produced majority of this album? Like, if you listen to a lot of OK's production, he's always got one lead or one type of sound that's maybe 2 or 3 notes that always stick in your ear, and that's like the most catchy part of the beat, probably even the most catchy part of the song. It's only 2 notes, but I added those chopped ones with the lowered velocity just to give it a bit more bounce. All right, next up, we just got some simple drum sounds from my Opium Essentials drum kit. Clap, hat, open hat, snare, all that kind of stuff. Next up, we got the open hat, and this is just something I like to do. I don't play my open hat on the first note. I like to give it a little bit of room. Just a thing I've been doing recently with my beats, and I think it fits super well with this one. Now, the last 2 drum sounds before the 808 are just 2 different snares. I'll play these 2 together. The patterns themselves are not that crazy for these snares, but they add a lot of bounce when everything else plays together. Last song we got is the 808, and a lot of these Nettspend beats sound very happy but dark at the same time. It's like a weird mixture of the two. One thing that's super important when you're making these 808s, as you saw me do at the later end of this, is when you go super low, make sure to come back up before the 808 repeats, so it sounds like it has closure, and then it's looping back to where it begins and doesn't sound awkward. And doing little subtle things like this, where I went down to an A sharp 4 before jumping up to an A sharp 5, can really add a lot of character to the 808. And I also turn the velocity down a little bit. As you can see, the other ones are all the way up, so you can hear a little bit more of a shift when it jumps from low to high. It's very subtle, but it's a little bit quieter, and listeners can pick up on that. Now, on the mixing side of things, it's super simple. Just make sure you're putting a soft clipper on your master and your 808s. Make sure your 808s are also cranked up. Mine's almost all the way up on the mixer, as you can see right here. For your melodies, I had some pretty good sounds I didn't really need to add too many plugins to, so I just EQ'd out the lows. And for the drum sounds, just make sure your claps and your snares are hitting. The hi-hats can be a little bit quieter. That's how I like to do it normally, having my hi-hats and my open hats a little bit quieter, having my claps and snares being a bit more prominent in the mix. Comment down below and let me know if you think this beat is accurate to something Nettspend would use on BAFK. And if you want to see some more of my videos, maybe another Nettspend tutorial, click one of these videos right over here next to the Among Us guy. Thank you for watching this Nettspend tutorial, and I'll see you guys later.